can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah, yeah. Keep on
to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, and I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting
Disappearing when you wake up. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you.
Well, now that we have some lights on the situation, we can begin. Welcome to the 2022 graduate exercises for Melville Comprehensive School. I am sure that you will agree that our new location serves us very well. It is intimate, chic, and best of all, it's climate controlled. I'm Mr. Michael Sweatman. I am the principal of MCS, and it is my pleasure to serve you as the Master of Ceremonies for this monumentous 50th graduation exercise for MCS. This is a school with a proud history, and I am humbled to be with you once again as I've returned. I used to teach, and now I'm in the principal role, and absolutely have an opportunity to contribute to the legacy of the land of purple. We do have a few housekeeping items that I want to go through before we begin. First of all, we have a professional photographer with us this afternoon to capture all of the highlights. These photos will be available in their entirety in about 10 to 12 days. So please allow her the freedom of movement and to limit the use of your flash cameras because it can throw off the light that Vicky is needing for her camera. If you could make sure that you are just aware of the exits around you in case we do have an emergency. There's exits over on this side of the building, the front and to the back, of course. I'm sure we won't have anything, but just in case we do, it's important to know that. And we have invested in equipment to provide a high-quality live stream of the graduation for the guests that just can't be with us today. So you can find the link on YouTube for the YouTube live stream on our school website and also amongst a couple other social media outlets. To ensure that we have no interruptions, we'd ask that you do not connect to the Wi-Fi to the HCUC, and this hopefully will help us with the stream. We do have a private connection, but you know how that is when you overload a system. Sometimes you can't utilize it very well. We hope this option will help more of the family and guests to be able to enjoy the monumentous occasion, and we definitely welcome feedback on the quality. I think it's going to be top-notch, but as you go back to your homes to celebrate tonight, if there is folks that are in your homes or grandma over in Nova Scotia or wherever she might be watching, just let us know if it worked out for you, because we want to build on that as years come. Graduates will be entering and exit through the center aisle here, so please remain seated so that everyone can have a line of sight. Following the ceremony, the graduates will be moving to the starting point of their parade. This should begin the parade about 5 p.m., maybe a little bit earlier than that. See how it goes. If you'd like to be a spectator, the official route is available on Facebook by searching Melville Comprehensive School Graduation Parade. So if you look at that, you'll find it. We also put it on our school website today just to help folks find their way. And it looks like it's going to be a lovely day for a parade if the rain holds off. There are 2 programs for your use. The first one, of course, is a grad ceremony, and this would serve you to follow along and be a memento, and you're welcome to keep those if you like. And the second is a graduation scholarship booklet. This summarizes the year's award winners. Although the awards were given out at our awards ceremony in mid-June, we wanted to make sure that all the grads and their grand achievements were highlighted today. And with that, can you help me in welcoming the 50th graduating class of Melville Comprehensive School? Well, I don't think I stopped smiling the whole time you guys were walking up. A very handsome group, an excellent group of graduates. Well, it feels very good to have an opportunity to have an in-person graduation and to be able to celebrate together. To be honest, at the beginning of this year, we didn't know if that would be a possibility or not. So, because we can you please rise and join me in the singing of our national anthem as a sign of solidarity and celebration for our graduates. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Please be seated. As an act of reconciliation, we acknowledge that we are located on Treaty 4, signed September 1874 at Fort Capel, the traditional territory of Anishinaabe, Nahio, Assiniboine, and homeland of the Métis people. This act of acknowledgement demonstrates our recognition of and respect for Indigenous peoples both in the past and the present, as we are all treaty people. So, 50 years is a long time. It is as known as the golden anniversary for many, many things, and it will be also for our school. This is something that we'll be celebrating together on July 1st and 2nd, and again, a bit of a delay in knowing whether or not we could have an event, and we're very fortunate and happy and privileged to be able to come together on a long weekend. We will be celebrating with a open night on Friday, sort of meet and greet, and a banquet more formal on Friday, some school tours on the Saturday, as well as a bit of some folks getting together to golf. I guess it's not quite a tournament, but we got that going on. And of course, as you may have seen or may have heard about, we commemorated this with a new MCS monument. This monument was built with vision, purpose, community, and involvement, because that is the spirit of MCS. I am glad that we were able to come through on my promise to you, grads, that you would be the very first class to have that quintessential Big M picture with a new monument. And it was very special moment for you, I'm sure, and I hope, and it definitely was for me to see you there smiling and enjoying the sunshine yesterday in front of that monument. I was fortunate to start my professional career here in MCS, and I am humbled to have the opportunity to return and serve as your principal. So many of the MCS alumni return in one fashion or another to our school because it is a special place, and as such, it resonates with all of us. And I hope that it continues to do so for you as well. The last few years certainly have been uncertain, and it has been different for all of us, but there is always opportunity in this chance to move forward. One such opportunity is to change and move into this facility. In past, we have had grads in the gym, in the rink, and now I think you will agree with this year's vision to come into this space and utilize it, that it was a change that I hope can stand for years to come, because it's very comfortable in here today. I want to thank a number of people for this evening. First of all, I want to start with Caitlin Stein and her mom for the vision and effort they put forward in the decorations. It started with a beautiful place here, but Caitlin did a fantastic job of picking it out and running with that Hollywood theme. So thank you, Caitlin. And we're also going to be able to steal from your decorations for the 50th because it's like the right color, and I really appreciate that. It's going to look classy, exactly. So being the Hollywood theme and we have the golden anniversary, it's going to fit really well. So I do appreciate you lending us those and whatnot. I want to give a big thank you to Travis Frick and Cody Bathingwaite for the organization and production of the slideshow that you saw when we were just waiting for the grads to come in. Well done, fellas. And thank you to the grads for getting in their pictures. It's always nice to have that sort of view into your past. Like, it goes so quickly, and it's nice to have those memories. So I appreciate you guys getting that together. I want to thank the City of Melville for helping us with this transition to the Convention Center. Big thank you goes out to the MCS office staff for the creation of the programs and managing the arrangements as required. Jana and Shannon, I really do appreciate your corporate knowledge and your input as we kind of moved in a slightly different direction with grad, but definitely needed to hold on to the traditions that we had before. So thank you very much. I want to thank the grad committee. I really appreciate that it's a mix of parents and students, and I don't know if that's often the case, but it sure means a lot to see the leadership at both an adult and student level coming together to get such a beautiful evening all together here. It definitely reflects the quality of citizens that are in this graduating class. I want to thank Ms. Darlene Rutten for the many hours of work in the scholarships that we put on, and that's a big part of tonight as well. And I want to thank Mr. Nolan Matthews for the beautiful illuminated grad sign at the back there. Mr. Matthews put many hours into that 2022 illuminated sign back there. Again, that was a vision of Caitlin's, and he said, "Sure, I'll do that." Didn't even wince, and it turned out beautiful. I think he's probably going to get orders for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 0s in the future here, so that we can keep using that thing year to year. I want to thank Mr. Coleman for his tech-savvy ways so that we can have a great video live stream. And I would finally like to thank Mr. Lutz for his ongoing involvement in grad. You bring lots of great ideas and wisdom, Mr. Lutz, to us, and you kind of carry it forward every year. You can tell us what has worked in the past and what has not worked in the past, and really help the grad committee along. So a big round of applause for all those folks, especially Mr. Lutz. Thank you. Now, I'm sure I'm forgetting some folks that were involved in this, but I think the most important two groups that I want to acknowledge are, number one, you graduates, and second, you parents. Your hard work, dedication, all-around positivity has made my transition back to MCS a grand one, and the culture of our school is definitely one that is jovial and purposeful, and that is because of your influence, folks. And I can tell you that it's I wouldn't want any other group to have that honor of the 50th grad class. I can't think of a better one than yourself, to have the honor of doing that with, how this is a special milestone, and you are a very special group, and I really appreciate having the opportunity to at least know you for 1 year as you move on to what's bigger and better in the big wide world. So the 2021-22 Education Week theme is Learning for the Future, and is very fitting refrain for your experience in the last few years of school. Beyond the academic requirements of grade 12 standing, you have also been forced to take the lessons of the global pandemic. It would be easy to dwell on the experiences of which you lost out on, but it would show your wisdom to find the opportunities in this unprecedented experience. So what are those takeaways? Well, first, I would say your experiences has taught you to slow down and to reflect on what is important. Our time away from the regular hustle and bustle of life has allowed us to realize that there are demands of work and technology that have led us apart. Leading psychologists tell us that we are the most disconnected from each other than we have ever been before. Humans strive on social interaction, and the unique education of the pandemic has shown us how important that is to our holistic health. Now that you have this wisdom, it's up to you to find ways to reconnect and deepen your relationship with friends, family, and your community. This enlightenment has also taught you to identify those things that are in your control and those that are not. Being able to accept what we are responsible for and letting go of what you do not have influence over is a powerful tool in your managing of your stress. You are the 50th graduating class from Melville Comprehensive School. As you join the alumni, it is important to note that yours is one of the first classes to have navigated the challenges of high school whilst experiencing an event that affected the entire world. Over the last decades, there have not been an issue this big that has affected so many people worldwide. You are part of history. Now it is time for you to make the rest of your history as fulfilling as you can. It has been a pleasure to get to know each and every one of you in your final year of school. Thank you for making my first year back at MCS very pleasurable, and the best of luck in your endeavors. At this point, I would like to invite up Tim Olar to provide the invocation. As MCS has always been a cooperative effort of the Joint Boards of Education between Christ the Teacher and Good Spirit School Division, we always involve an invocation in the spirit of the Christian education system. Come on up, Tim.
All right. Well, thank you. So I'm Pastor Tim. I'm from the River Church here in Melville. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate all you graduates for this 2022 year. Just want to remind you, remember this day. Right? Remember this day. Thank you for allowing me to be here and bring a prayer and a blessing to this class of 2022. As I'm sitting here, what do I say to the group? What do I say to you guys as a class? Right? I've had the pleasure of knowing some of you guys personally. Right? I've watched some of you guys grow into amazing young adults. And I see this word for you. And you actually touched on it already. But I see the word overcomers. Right? You've overcome many obstacles. Remember this. Right? You have worked hard to get here. Remember this. You persevered through all sorts of challenges. Remember this. Right? You pushed through when it seemed uncertain at times what was next, through the mist and the fog. Remember this. You couldn't see what was in front of you or laid out for you. Remember this. Right? Through it all, through all of it, remember this, that through this testing and facing trials, adversities, that perseverance and persistence reigned. Overcoming. You see, overcoming, it builds character. It does, right? Graduates, there'll always be struggles. There always will be. But I want to remind you of this. You were born for this time of adversity. A place to conquer, of conquest. Remember this, you didn't do it alone. You had help along the way. From God, your family, your friends, your teachers. Remembering them and this, that you're not alone. And that is how you stay overcomers. So my prayer for all of you graduates is this. So I just want to bow our heads, because this is for you. Our Heavenly Father, I just thank you. I thank you for these graduates. I thank you for keeping them safe. I thank you for their fellowship one another. Father, I pray for the overcomers, that they are reminded of this, that they are overcomers. Father, I pray for runners to run the race that they were meant to run. I pray an increase of strength and endurance that is only found in you, Jesus. I pray for their victories over hurdles and all of their future struggles. I pray for their courage to do the hard things and make the right choices. And I pray for their tenacity in all their pursuits. I pray that they remember their struggles and turn them into a place of victories. And I pray for their peace of mind and clarity as they navigate the new waters ahead. I pray that they seek you, Jesus, and that they find you, and that those who have found you seek you more. Father, I pray your blessing on this graduating class of 2022. May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. Father, keep them overcomers in your mighty name. Amen.
Appreciate that, Pastor. At this time, I'd like to introduce and acknowledge our special guests that have joined us today. First off, the Honorable Warren Kading, MLA for Melville Sulcoats. His Worship Mayor Walter Strelaski. Mr. Bob Simpson, the Good Spirit Board of Education Chair. Mr. Brian Hickey, Chair of the Christ the Teacher School Board. Mr. Sean Beatty, Superintendent of Schools. Good Spirit School Division. Mr. Doug Braun, Melville Comprehensive School Community Council member. Pastor Tim Olar. Our guest speaker, Mr. Kent Lanall. Parents, family members, community members, and staff, thank you very much for joining us in this celebration. At this point, we'll move into our greetings from our special guests, and I'll begin by reading the congratulatory letter from the Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan. And grads, you'll have a copy of this letter in your grad envelope that you'll get later on this evening. A message from His Honor, the Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan. Congratulations to the class of 2022. This is a monumentous milestone in your life, and it is important to take time to celebrate your hard work and determination. As you mark this significant achievement, I want you to acknowledge the teachers, administrators, and school staff who've helped you realize your potential. Educators play a crucial role in our lives and have a lasting impact. I extend my sincere gratitude to the teachers and support staff who have managed many challenges over the past 2 years to provide students with opportunities to learn and grow. I also want to recognize the families of the graduates. Thank you for the love and support that has enabled your loved one to succeed. And finally, to the graduates, as you make plans for the future, I hope you will consider how you contribute to your community. Everyone can contribute, and we need everyone to get involved, to make their voice heard, and to help create the communities we want to live in. You have the distinction of graduating in the year Canada's Queen marks 70 years as sovereign. Her Majesty is an extraordinary model who should inspire us all to make service a priority. Please accept my best wishes in your future endeavors, and once again, congratulations on graduating from grade 12. Signed, Russ Morasti, Lieutenant Governor, Province of Saskatchewan. Next, we will have the greetings from the Minister of Education. I'm going to call upon Mr. Sean Beattie, our Superintendent of Schools, to bring the greetings from the Minister.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank Mr. Sweatman, Mr. Wandy, the staff of MCS, all the organizing committees in the city of Melville. It's a beautiful day. We're in a beautiful place to celebrate some beautiful people who are all sitting in the front 2 rows. Dear grade 12 graduate, on behalf of the Ministry of Education and the Government of Saskatchewan, I congratulate you on your 2022 high school graduation. Earning your grade 12 is an exciting accomplishment. I know your path to graduation has been filled both with challenges and accomplishments. As you think back over your journey so far, I hope you take the opportunity to celebrate this opportunity and achievement and cherish the memories you have created. I'm sure that this is just one of many impressive accomplishments you'll achieve in your life. As you consider your future plans, whether you include enrolling in a post-secondary education or entering our workforce, I hope you choose to build a life inside Saskatchewan. As a resident of our province, you may qualify for Saskatchewan Advantage Scholarship, which provides you with $750 per year to a lifetime maximum of $3,000. If you enroll in a Saskatchewan post-secondary institution and have demonstrated the need for applying for student aid, you can visit saskatchewan.ca to learn more about the advantages available to you in this great province. I didn't realize I was going to be a commercial today. As you mark a significant moment in your life, I encourage you to reflect on your family, friends, and educators who have helped you along the way. I hope you're able to celebrate this occasion with your loved ones. I wish you success, happiness, and health as you go forward on this journey. Sincerely, Dustin Duncan.
Thank you, Mr. Beattie. Appreciate that. I think you got a voice for radio. You could probably pull off a commercial or two. At this point, I'd like to call upon Honorable Warren Kading to bring his greetings as our MLA from Melville Saltcoats.
Well, thank you, Mr. Sweetman. Grads, teachers, Honorable Mayor Strelaski, parents, caregivers, special guests. On behalf of Premier Scott Moe and the Government of Saskatchewan, I'd like to congratulate the grads of Melville Comprehensive School and also MCS for your 50th anniversary. Grads, today marks a huge first step to many milestones in your life. I hope you get to take inventory of the key life skills that you've acquired to date. You've inevitably learned a lot by watching and listening to those around you, whether it's your parents, your teachers, coaches, relatives, and mentors. They've taught you how to read, to write, be a decision maker, and how to be a team player. They probably taught you how to drive a car, bait a hook, throw a ball, probably swear a bit, dissect a frog, or write an English soliloquy. As you start out on your next journey, you're no doubt going to be building on that inventory of knowledge. Some of you will be splitting atoms, some of you will be splitting tips. But I hope that wherever life's decisions take you, that you remember your roots, where you come from, and that you'll be proud of who you are. I hope that if you check out the opportunities outside the province, that you always call this place home. To those wondering about opportunities here, there will be plenty. We have so many new developments in the food, fuel, and fertilizer business, but also have them evolving in the IT, the manufacturing, health field, tourism, transportation, and so much more. From Fond du Lac to Kindersley to Assiniboia, and even right here at home. Just make sure that before you head out, that you thank your parents, your caregivers, your teachers, your coaches, and organizational leaders for the great start that they've given you to get you here today and to be successful tomorrow. Thank you, have fun, and stay safe.
Thank you, Ms. Kading. At this point, I'd like to call upon Mr. Bob Simpson, Chair of the Good Spirit Board of Education, to share the board's congratulatory message.
Well, before I get started, grads, you're looking good. Ladies, you're looking really good. And gentlemen, you got a bit of swagger. I saw you when you walked in. Right on. Keep it that way today. It's your day. Have a good time today and enjoy yourself. I've taught here, or I've been here and taught here. I know a lot of your grads personally. I taught a lot of your parents. I see a lot of your grandparents that I've hung out with, and etc. It's really nice to have this here, and it's just a pleasure in this beautiful facility. Grads, parents, family and friends, and staff of Melville Comprehensive School. It's my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the Good Spirits Board of Education. Congratulations. You've done it. You're graduating. All the hard work you have invested in your school has paid off. This is a huge accomplishment. Those of us sharing in this celebration today are very proud of you. I'm sure over the past 2 years you have heard many people use the word unprecedented times. Unprecedented is defined as never done or known before. So how can this word be connected to what you've done and experienced? Well, you're a group of graduates who likely entered the pandemic as grade 10 students. I'm certain that when the conclusion of your grade 10 was interrupted by COVID-19, many of you would have not have predicted that you would spend the next 2 years wearing masks, learning in cohorts, social distancing, participating in online learning during school closures, missing out on field trips, and extracurricular events, each of you were thrown into a storm of uncertainty and loss. But here you are. You conquered. You've made it. Some might say you've beaten the odds. I would agree. I know your family and communities are incredibly proud of you. For what it matters, I am proud of you too. Some might say you've beaten the odds. I would agree. I know your family and communities are incredibly proud of you. For what it matters, I am equally proud of you. While the diplomas you will receive today signify that you've completed all of the academic requirements for graduation, understand that they embody much more. Many of you have taken advantage of the wide range of art and music programs. A large number of you have participated and excelled in athletic programs, learning the value of dedication and teamwork. All of these experiences have contributed to your overall education. I would encourage you to continue setting goals for yourself. Be the inspiration to the world around you. Pursue your dreams, set high expectations, and be mindful of the people who have helped you and who you are and who you will become. You are a special class. As I said, you have gone through unprecedented times and you have succeeded. You are also Melville Comprehensive School's 50th graduating class. Yeah! This is special. You are special. Trust me, you are. Carry on that tradition. Wear that purple with pride. Let your heart pump that purple pride. Never forget where your roots are from. Graduates, you truly represent good spirit vision of learning without limits, achievement for all. On behalf of Good Spirit School Division, I want to wish you congratulations on your graduation. I know it will be only one of many milestones you will experience throughout your lives. Go, Cobras, go.
Once a coach, always a coach. Appreciate that, Mr. Simpson. At this point, because as you may know, Melville Comprehensive School has a plethora of opportunities for our students. One of those is French immersion. I'd like to call Mr. Lucas Thomas to present the bilingual congratulatory letter to two of our students.
Good day. As stated, I'm Mr. Lucas Thomas, and it gives me tremendous pleasure to write this letter of congratulations in receiving your bilingual standing. I realize the hard work and dedication required to complete this program. It takes tremendous effort and ambition to complete a program of this magnitude. I would like to thank you for your leadership in our bilingual program at Melville Comprehensive School over the past several years. You truly are passionate about your studies, and I admire that. I am extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. Your bilingual status will be indicated on your transcript of marks from the Ministry of Education. Best wishes for the future, Mr. Michael Sweatman. Just to add, Rhea Ames, it's been a pleasure teaching these past 3 years. Been probably one of the funner groups I've ever had to teach, and I can't wait to see what amazing things you do in the future. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. And I just want to say I thought I'd show off a little. I put a little French in your letter. I wrote c'est bon. I hope you think it's très magnifique. I had to Google the phrasal. I remember learning that in school, but I had to look it up, Rhea and Jen. But there you go. I appreciate what you guys do. That's not easy to learn another language, and it's just outstanding that you've done so well in that. So good for you. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Now it's your turn to do some speaking, folks. This section, we're going to bring up our speakers from within your classes to deliver the traditional tributes. Now, this kind of came out of when the grad was, in a bigger center, and we'd have our banquet as part of it, and there's some toasts involved and things like that. But we want to carry on that opportunity to share those personal memories and in this format. So at first, I'm going to call up Kelsey Lang, Victoria Swala, and Spencer Pythian to the stage to deliver their tribute to the students.
Oh, yeah, okay. Take the mic off, Spencer. It's all you. Hello, everyone. I'm Kelsey Lang.
I'm Spencer Fythian.
And I'm Victoria Swala. We made it. Today, we have the opportunity to give a speech to the students. Even though we are giving a speech to the students, there will still be some talking about teachers because you can't really get away from them. We are glad that we were able to be here in person because back in grade 10, we had a 6-month summer vacation, and we're surprised most of you are still here. The stories that we are about to share were all contributed from our class, and these were some of the moments that stood out. We tried our best to write this speech, but we couldn't really concentrate while coming up with ideas because Spencer was watching Grey's Anatomy next to us.
This speech is mostly going to be about memories because why would we want a boring speech? We may not have many field trip memories to talk about considering Corona robbed us of that, but thankfully we have some class memories to share.
Our first memory is about our guest speaker, Mr. Lanoyle, who was our grade 10 English teacher. And let's just say, when the news about Corona first came out, he didn't take it very well. This man was running up and down the halls, asking every staff member and the office ladies if he was still going to get paid, still going to have a job when this all blew over. He definitely did not stay calm like Mr. Needham advised us to do.
Even though we were all here together, we did come from different schools and had our own little horror stories. No matter where you came from, everybody knows the infamous story of Charlie knocking over the fish tank in grade 4 while playing hide and seek with our teacher. But don't worry, Cody was trying to catch the aquarium to save the suckerfish. R.I.P.
Wow, you think your kids smell bad when they're teens, but let me tell you, in grade 7, Avery had a rotten locker. He left his lunch there for 2 weeks. It smelled so bad you couldn't walk down that hallway. I went outside there was still a less smelly experience. I missed a line, my bad. I went outside and could smell it. Surprised they didn't shut down the school. Good thing there was a less smelly experience, such as in Mr. Kittleson's science when they did bottle rockets for 2 weeks straight. Mr. Kittleson would also put many Bill Nye the Science Guy videos on.
Fast forward many years to all the bad haircuts and smells of going through puberty. We can't forget about the ice storm that happened back in grade 11 when we had Pre-Cal 20 and Foundations 20 having their math class outside the cafeteria because, sorry Mr. Schlamp, but your classroom has no windows. All the students and staff were watching the cafeteria flood. Even the Health Science 20 class was watching Mr. Wandy cut down trees with a chainsaw while hanging out of the tractor bucket.
And we can't forget about playing poker in PE 20 with Victoria, Brody, Mr. Allspaw, and I. None of us knew how to play poker, but we had our cheat sheets and gave Mr. Allspaw a run for his money.
Both Construction 20 classes were great. There were many jokes made and lots of Coke drank. The hardest part was trying to find clean music to play in the shop, but once the music was found, it was a party.
We are thankful that we are here today with such memorable people such as the kids in PE 30. One day, the boys thought it was a good idea to shove Damien in a locker in the change room. But just seeing he fit wasn't enough. So they decided to go one step further and put a lock on it. But not just any lock, a random lock which nobody knew the combination to. So Mr. Ospa had to find a key to let Damien out, and let's just say working out in the upper gym wasn't a good time. We played many sports in this class, and a class favorite was basketball. Maybe not for Brody, because Carl poked him in the eyes when trying to rebound the ball. But everyone was all-stars. Not really. Some were ballers, others were mid, and the rest of us downright sucked. But we stuck together and made it a good time. A big shout out to my fellow 7th liners. We might have sucked, but our line definitely had the most fun and the biggest laughs.
During one gym class, we had a sub, so we were allowed to play dodgeball, which didn't happen very often. Determined to win, Carter sat on Kaylin's shoulders in front of the backboard to block any balls that came in order to win the game. The sub didn't know what was happening, as he was on his phone the whole time, and the idea was too good for the other team to get mad at.
One of the finest moments in gym class is when we went bowling. It was a Friday afternoon in June, so obviously nobody showed up. We had a sub, which made it more interesting, and when he told us we were going bowling, he let us text the class to tell him to come so we could fill up the lanes. Most of us hadn't bowled since grade 10, so we were a bit rusty. So every time someone got a strike or a spare, we were cheering so hard it was like we won the lottery. Everything was good until we plugged up the ball return. Twice. We had to get the owner out to fix it, but we were worried that he wouldn't be able to fix it because we didn't want to go home early. We didn't want to go back to school. It was touch and go for a bit, but when he came out and the ball started rolling back, we started clapping and cheering for him like he was our hero. Towards the end of our session, a couple of the boys went to the owner and requested a song. A couple seconds later, Burn in a Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash was blasting over the speakers. The whole class loved it and sang along. I'm pretty sure the old people in the lane next to us loved it too. They just didn't want to admit it.
At least we had cops always looking out for us. Unfortunately, Carl got caught in the act while passing a school bus while the stop sign was out. At this time, he had his license for only a week. I helped my neighbor sneak out to a party. Little did I know she was reported missing, which led to me having an awkward conversation and encounter with the popo. If there are any cops out here today, we would like to thank you for protecting us in the parking lot.
We've had many laughs throughout, and I'm glad to call you my classmates. We've gone through some wild things together. Over the years, you have grown into amazing people. We hope everything will work out later in life. Melville will be where we had our greatest moments and will always be remembered. Peace out, homies.
Nice job, guys. That sub might have been on his phone the whole time, but I just want to say, you know what? I haven't noticed a single phone here, so that's got to be a record for you guys. So way to go, way to go. At this point, we're going to call up to do the tribute to the parents, Sam Fortune and Dustin Mansego. Can you come on up? Is that paper copy too, Sam? Do you need this?
No, I can do this one. Good afternoon, graduates, friends, family, and teachers. Our names are Sam Fortune and Dustin Mansego, and we have the pleasure of giving the speech to the parents this afternoon. Before we begin, we would like to thank everyone that offered their time to make this grad ceremony possible. We are very fortunate that after the past 2 years of battling COVID, we are able to celebrate this graduation in person in this beautiful air-conditioned venue. When we first started writing this speech, it sounded too repetitive with the words "thank you." We came to the conclusion that that was exactly how it should be. So on behalf of the grads, we would like to thank you and express our gratitude to our parents for your care and support throughout the years building up to this moment. We would also like to thank you for encouraging us with a strong passion for the times that we started to lose motivation, like when we didn't do so good on a test or when we had a falling out with a friend. We understand that just watching us struggle can be hard, tiring, and painful for you, but you continued to give us a glimpse of hope when we needed it most. Those moments helped us push through our challenges. You have done everything in your power to put us on the path to success, and now it's time to see if we fly out of the nest or fall flat on our faces. Either way, I'm sure you'll have a good laugh. We always remember the times you had to shove us out of bed in the morning because your alarm wasn't enough, or as you were pressing the imaginary brake as we learned to drive. Yes, I'm talking to you, Shauna. These moments may have annoyed us at the time, but we knew that you were only doing it because you cared. Thanks to you, the words, "make smart choices," have been engraved into my head.
We would also like to thank you for making our lunches, since we all know we can't make it any better. For the many rides to school to make sure we got there in time safely for our classes, sports, and school activities. For the times you picked us up when we fell, or picked us up quite literally for the times we got stuck in snow, even when it's just a block away from our driveway. Thank you for motivating us through our studies, even if you wouldn't understand the material we were learning, giving you gray hairs from all the stress we gave you. Thank you for being the person we turn to during the difficult times and the shoulder to lean on, for the many hugs that would ease our minds before and after a stressful day, especially knowing that I probably didn't do good on that calculus hand-in. Thank you, Mr. Schlamp. From the moment we started our first day of school, whether it was kindergarten or pre-K, you have been by our side supporting us through every year, even when the thought of us growing up was too much to bear. Even though we're the ones graduating, in a way, so are you, as this is a day to celebrate not only our accomplishments, but yours too. We definitely did this together. Please know that we would not have been able to achieve this milestone without you, and nor would we have wanted to. With the diplomas we received today, know that you deserve the award for being the best parents anyone could have, so thank you. We would like to ask the graduates to help wrap up the speech by giving a big round of applause to our loving, caring, and extremely proud parents sitting in the crowd right now.
Beautiful job, Sam and Dustine. I'd like to call upon Christina Kloos and Kendall Veer now to provide a tribute to the parents. Do you guys need both of your copies?
No.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Kendall and I are beyond thankful to be standing here today to share with you a tribute to the MCS teachers on behalf of the graduating class of 2022.
It's crazy to think that we have endured 12 years pursuing ourselves, our education, and our future together for it to come to a close so quickly. We as students have put forth hard work, perseverance, and long hours preparing us for this moment. However, behind all of our achievements stood a teacher who guided us and helped us pave the way. To show our appreciation and that all their efforts have not gone unseen, we've compiled a list of valuable lessons we've learned throughout our time at MCS that we hope to carry with us into our adult life.
Number 1, enjoy the little things in life. Whether it's been a smile from Ms. Roach or a corny joke from Mr. Thomas, we've all learned to be appreciative and grateful for the good that comes our way. As our journey at MCS comes to an end, we hope to carry forward this positive mindset no matter what life throws at us, and in the wise words of Mr. Lutz, savor the moment.
Number 2, be creative. Our creative self is arguably the most important, for it broadens our horizons and sparks innovation. No matter it be dancing, cooking, or even riding a bike, we owe it to the teachers at MCS for helping us find our creative passion. We'd like to thank Mrs. Elmy for teaching us how to not burn the muffins, Mr. Rondeau for showing us that good taste in music means listening to Friday by Rebecca Black every single Friday, and to Sivo for teaching us how to make outstanding movie trailers.
Number 3, speak up for what you believe in. It's easy as young adults to get lost in a world of strong-minded opinions. As we grow older and find our voice, the teachers at MCS remind us that our opinion is equally as valid as those around us. We've learned that our voices are more impactful than we might know. I mean, you guys, look at how many times we've convinced Mr. Schlamp to make the math hand an open notebook. We thank the teachers at MCS for providing with us a safe environment where we can express our feelings and for pushing us to stand up for what we believe in.
Number 4, the hard times are only temporary. As we all know, not every day is as easy as we may prefer, and we've all found ourselves in difficult situations at times. Thankfully, we've been fortunate enough to have our teachers stand by our side to provide us with advice and help us along with these struggles. For example, if we ever find ourselves trapped on a lifeboat with a raging Bengal tiger, Mr. Sweatman's got us covered. Our teachers' compassion and belief in our strengths have reminded us to always stay strong as the good is yet to come.
And lastly, number 5, reach for the stars. One of the most impactful attributes about the teachers at MCS is they push you to do your best. From learning to use a new program for a physics lab to challenging questions on an exam, we thank the teachers for helping us reach our full potential. Your ambition and perseverance in our capabilities has been the most inspiring and serves as the perfect foundation as we enter the next chapter of our lives.
With that being said, we truly believe that our high school experience has been the best one yet, and we owe it to our teachers because of this. As we grow older and some of our high school memories begin to fade, we know that the prominent memories will live on, like Miss Moore's coffee order. So on behalf of the class of 2022, we thank you for completing our MCS experience. Thank you.
Well done. Ms. Roach, could I call upon you to please bring your reply on behalf of the faculty of MCS?
Dear graduates, on behalf of your teachers, both current and past, I'd like to congratulate you on one of your greatest achievements to date. While we know that this is just the beginning of the incredible greatness each of you will go on to achieve, graduating from high school is a monumental accomplishment and one that we, as your teachers, are honored to help you celebrate today. Earning a high school diploma during a worldwide pandemic is proof that you truly can achieve anything. As you navigated completing high school during a pandemic, you have shown great fortitude, resiliency, and courage. You have demonstrated the Good Spirit School Division's values of belonging, respect, responsibility, learning, nurturing, diversity, and above all, perseverance. You have risen to the challenges imposed by the pandemic, both personally and academically, and we could not be prouder of who you have become. Graduates, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your academic journey these past 13 years. We are so grateful to have gotten to know you and your families, to teach you and to share our love of education with you. As you leave here today as the 50th graduating class from Melville Comprehensive School, please remember to hold true to these values we've conveyed to you. In closing, I want to leave you with a famous quote. FDR once said, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." Well, grade 12s, if this is true, and in thinking about the tumultuous past 3 years we've endured, I close this reply knowing that we are graduating an entire class of well-equipped and skilled sailors. The ocean is yours, grade 12s. Go get it.
See, there's some truth to that, Tagger in a boat that we practiced. We built a boat, and now you're sailors, so see, it's going to happen one day. Right on. You know what? It is my pleasure to call upon Mr. Kent Lenol. Students had the opportunity to have Mr. Lenol as their ELA teacher in grade 10, I believe. Is that right? So he must have made quite an impression on them because he was voted to be the guest speaker for the 2022 grad ceremony. So please welcome Mr. Lenol.
Hello again. Long time no see. Whew. Must have missed me, huh? I'll be honest. Mr. Sweatman emailed me and said, "Hey, do you want to speak at the grad?" And I said, "Why?" We've heard from a lot of responsible adults tonight. I think I was brought here for contrast, probably. To let you know that it's not all bad, even if you don't turn out a huge success. But anyways, I thought you had heard enough from me, but here we go, one more time. And if you didn't ask to have me here tonight, I guess that's a preview of adult life for you. Lots of people, lots of responsibilities will be around that you didn't ask for. Too bad is really all the lesson I can give you there. I want to start by saying thank you, first of all, for allowing me to share this evening with you tonight. I mean, it's special for me because you were my first class. A lot of you had English first period with me. What a great way to start the day, hey? So you started my journey. So it's really special for me to be here to see you end this one and start anew. That means a lot to me, so thank you very much for that. If you didn't learn this from me in my classroom, I'll tell you again. Any good speech, any good argument, it always has to be backed up with some sort of statistic, right? Some sort of facts. So here's a statistic for you. You probably don't know about teacher attrition rates, but they're the highest in the first 5 years of teaching, somewhere to the tune of 40 to 50%. After hearing a stat like that, you're probably asking yourselves a really important question. What the hell is an attrition rate? That simply means that teachers leave the profession. In the first 5 years, it's usually due to stress, due to burnout, something like that. But do you know what saves most teachers? What allows them to commit to 30 years? It's you guys. It's the students, right? You're the one that keeps us coming back. It's certainly not the pay. But I can attest to this, right? You saw this day in and day out. I remember a lot of you throwing your heads back, complaining that my lessons were too hard. Yeah, I remember that. But I also remember you finishing Shakespeare early and starting the next play voluntarily. Who does that? Sadly, that's what English teachers dream of. But you did it, and I'm going to take that victory for myself, so thank you. One of you even started writing a novel in my class. Go Brooks. Some of you played basketball for me. Very valuable lesson there for me. It taught me that some of the most valuable things you can learn aren't necessarily in the classroom. They happen outside of the classroom. So for me, that was a huge learning experience. So always keep in mind that you teach teachers as well, right? And so thank you for that as well. And that's the most important thing, is that we work together to learn together, right? So the second thing I want to say is congratulations. Like, you made it. You did it. Truly an achievement to survive high school. And I use survive intentionally because it applies to teachers, students, parents equally. It's also accurate to life. Everybody out here has talked about everything you will go on to achieve, and that's great. You will achieve great things. But there are some days where we're just surviving, and we all have that in common. And we honestly believe that we're ready for this coming of age moment, like we're going to flip a switch, right? We buy all these awesome clothes, fancy dresses, the fancy suits. Damien's never looked so good. Some of us even tried to grow facial hair. That's okay, I made that mistake at your age too. Speaking for teachers though, I really hope, we genuinely hope that we've prepared you to navigate these waters that lie ahead. We told you over and over again how difficult adult life would be. And honestly, you're probably under the impression that you'll have more freedom as an adult, right? Lies. Lies. Our world is busier than ever. We live at the intersection of the tangible and the digital. And for you, that puts a lot of pressure on you. You see a lot more than any generation has. You hear a lot more than any generation has. But quite frankly, I'm not so sure we know a lot more than any generation has. But I think we could. I think there's a lot of opportunity for that, and it's because of the time and place that we live in. But all these opportunities means a lot more pressure for you. You're probably expecting me to give you some great advice here, like all the other speakers, but I think I'm going to stick to what I know and just try to speak from the heart and tell you the truth, like I've always tried to do. Adults don't really have it together. Some of them do. Most of them don't. They're just really good at making you believe they do. Look at me. I lived off a bag of apples in my classroom for like 2 years. And here I am, being asked back. So what does that tell you? Some adults have it together, others don't. Growing up, it seems like they know everything. They make all our meals for us. They teach us these valuable lessons. Then you become teenagers and somehow you know better. You sort of leapfrog their knowledge somehow and you don't need them. But you never really think about how that leapfrog happened. It's because it didn't. It didn't actually happen. You've only ever known them as adults. You've only ever been able to comprehend them as adults, right? And so when you transition into adulthood, you begin to see what they saw, that they were speaking from experience to help you make better choices. And so I'm just here to tell you today that you will make mistakes, yes, but we learn from them, right? That's the best part. And sometimes we realize this in time. Sometimes we realize it a little bit too late, but we're surviving either way. So if you're worried about becoming an adult, you're fearful that maybe your hairs will grow gray, all your savings won't be worth as much as you thought they were, you're fearful of what gravity might do to certain parts of your body, you're not alone. We're all in that boat, worrying. My advice is don't rush being an adult. You have your whole life for that. 30 is the new 20, right, parents? Take time to be young, right? But don't mistake being young with acting childish, please. Take time to learn and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. It's the best way to learn. Take time to find your path. Take time to find yourself. And please avoid living your life by cheap aphorisms. Things like live your best life will only get you so far. Better late than never will only piss people off. So on second thought, maybe I will give you a piece of advice. It's an aphorism you can live by. And who better to quote than the guy who knew more about the universe than anyone? Not me, Einstein. He said, life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you have to keep moving forward. What are you supposed to do with that advice? Whatever you want. You're adults now. That's the beauty. I don't have to tell you. Myself, I'm of the belief that we need each other to keep moving forward. People need people to find balance. And I think that's the most important piece of advice that I can give you. Some of you are going to be shocked to find that after graduation you talk to very few people. You're going to feel like people aren't reaching out, people aren't keeping in touch. That's normal on account of lack of freedom. Remember that. So my advice is to embrace the change. Keep the people who are there for you, there for you. Be there for them, inspire each other to do better. Inspire each other to be better, and you will do better. You will be better. That's the best thing we can do with this world. Everything that's been built, right? Our modern world was built on people working together. Know who's there for you and know who you want to be there for and keep that with you. So the last thing I want to say to you is good luck. I truly hate that I had to leave MCS. It crushed me. It was a very hard decision, a personal one that I had to make, and I hate that I did not get to see what you achieved in the last 2 years. But what I did see in the first 2 years was more than enough for me to know that you will make big difference in this world. You will have an impact on this world, and the world is a better place because of it. What you do matters, even if people don't tell you that, right? What you do matters, and if you ever find yourself doubting that, remember that you kept a guy like me in the game. I wish you all the best. Cheers.
Well, we surely appreciate that. It's obvious to see why you were a choice for a guest speaker and how impactful you are as a teacher. Keep that going. And he's absolutely right. You know what? It's all the bits and pieces of teaching, it comes down to really those interactions and those relationships you build with students. And with your group, it's very easy to do that. And you keep people inspiring, so don't ever let go of that. At this point, we're going to move into the presentation of diplomas. I'm going to call upon Ms. Sharon Roach to help us with that presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Sweatman. It is my distinct pleasure to present the graduates of 2022. Jennifer Margaret Ames. Jennifer was the recipient of the University of Alberta's $30,000 National Achievement Award. As well as the Napoleon Champagne Memorial Scholarship. Jasmine Len Bernardo Arenas. Cody Jesse Bassingwaite. Kiana Emma Beckett. Sukman Kaur Brower. Charlie William Broda. Charlie was the recipient of the Cobra Football Education Scholarship. Charlie Gina Brooks. Charlie was the recipient of the J.J. Hoffman Memorial Scholarship. Sid Riley Boscano. Kenneth Adam Cole. Kenneth was the recipient of the Hero Award. Kai Bardo Cornthwaite. Kai was the recipient of the Yorkton Masonic Lodge Scholarship and the Melville Kin Scholarship. Brody Willem Reese Dobson. Brody was the recipient of the Christ the Teacher Association Graduation Scholarship and the Matthews Funeral Home Limited Scholarship. Rhea Lee Dubriel. Rhea was the recipient of the Melville Winter Games Scholarship and the Anne and Peter Famulek Memorial Award. Damian Derek Eskowich. Hayden Paul Raymond Fisher. Samantha Jacqueline Fortune. Samantha was the recipient of the Royal Canadian Legion Scholarship and the Pearl McGonigal Scholarship. Travis Carlin Frick. Travis was the recipient of the Social Studies Scholarship. Ty Joseph Gable. Andon Roger Douglas Gable. Mon Aaron Altamira Gonzalez. Kaylee Sandra Hickey. Kaylee was the recipient of the Dr. Bree Ragoza Scholarship, the Melville Dance Association Scholarship, and the Rail City Industries Humanitarian Scholarship. Caden Matthew Honeywitch. Ty Joseph Huber. Sumari Jansen Van Vieren. Trinity Jade Kernaz. Trinity was the recipient of the Melville Kinnett Fine Arts Scholarship and the Melville Community Works Bursary. Kaylin Edward Kingwill. Christina Luba Marie Kloos. Christina was the recipient of the St. Peter's Auxiliary Scholarship and the Spirit of Youth Trophy. Parker Jackson Koval. Kelsey Jordan Lang. Kelsey was the recipient of the Melville Mud Runners Trades Scholarship. Garrett Ben Lutz. Garrett was the recipient of the Darcy Robert Schmidt Memorial Scholarship. Dustine Bianca Mansego. Noah Everett McKay. Carl Thomas Michaelis. Carson Gordon Miranda. Jaylee Jane Rose Mosion. Trinity Elizabeth Bell Nesbitt. Carter William Fithian. Spencer Bernard Fithian. Tyler Ian Powell. Tyler was the recipient of the Royal Canadian Legion Scholarship. Ethan Paul Alexander Randall. Ethan Gerald Schick. Michaela Lane Schmaltz. Abilene Jane Schutz. Jace Adden Schutz. Caitlin Ava Stein. Terilyn Stevens. Avery Anthony Stokel. Ryan Leslie Stokel. Levi Craig Straker. Victoria Joyce Suwala. Victoria was the recipient of the Bert Bartik Memorial Scholarship and the William Hoffman Physical Education Memorial Scholarship. Mark Svratan. Kendall Raylin Veer. Haley-Ann Wallbauer. Alyssa Marie Walkington. Alyssa was the recipient of the Solveig and Reginald Dickens Memorial Award. Haley Brooke Ward. Warren Sean Worms. Warren was the recipient of the MCS Engineering Scholarship. Spencer Michael Whitecue. Please join me in congratulating the 50th graduating class from Melville Comprehensive School.
Thank you so much, Miss Roach. Congratulations, students. You are graduates now. No one can take that away from you. You worked hard for that. Be proud. At this point, we're going to call up for the valedictory address, Miss Kayla Hickey.
To begin, standing here as your valedictorian of the class of 2022, I do find it to be somewhat ironic as I am potentially one of the only graduates here without a driver's license. I guess it may be safe to say that each and every one of us graduates have our independent strengths and weaknesses. I must say, however, is this not what high school was all about? In these past years, it has been incredibly visible that our time spent as maturing students have provided experiences and obstacles to allow us to grasp an understanding of the environments in which we thrive. We began to practice taking this knowledge and applied it in our own lives as we branched into our strengths and interests. We did this first in selecting our electives for grade 10 and now determining our futures as we stand here finishing the 12th grade. To introduce myself, my name is Kaylee Hickey, a St. Henry descendant who is incredibly thankful for the way that MCS had welcomed me and a multitude of her peers from St. Henry's and those from Grayson into this school, thus enabling each and every person to meet new people and learn in a different environment. I am incredibly honored to have been selected as your valedictorian, a title I believed I would only ever dream to have. I truly cherish this opportunity. Beginning in grade 10, I can certainly say it was hard to fully comprehend what it meant to be in high school, as we got shut down just shortly after our first semester, our one and only taste of regular 5-class semesters and final season. As we returned in the fall of 2020 for the 11th grade, this time our new normal contained 2.5-hour classes, masks, cohorts, and all of this lasting the entire school season. I believe it is fully safe to say this grade 12 year had been the closest to what we considered normal. In my opinion, normal is an immensely subjective term. This year, I got to see athletes compete again, students go on trips, and most importantly, smiles on each other's faces. For this reason, maybe we did not encounter the typical scenarios in which we had expected, but we grasped what we had been bestowed and formed the best of unfortunate times. For this reason, I believe that this group of graduates is certainly one of a kind. Containing plenty of hard workers, I can tell you that my peers and I wanted nothing but the best from ourselves and worked until this was achieved in all classes, whether it be acing a mathematics exam, obtaining a low percentage error in one of our many laboratory assignments, achieving the perfect weld, building something beautiful from scratch, or creating a masterpiece in art. A moment in particular that stood out to me had been one day in calculus. This group of students always looked out for each other and pointed out any mistakes made on the board to prevent further issues or an incorrect final answer. Any detail that may create the slightest portion of confusion was always confronted. Small things such as brackets meant everything in our eyes. Mr. Schlamp had said to us one day that we are very particular and almost sounded amazed. Now, this is something you can see in every single graduate in the way we strive for perfection and will not bargain our understanding due to hesitancy. I must say, how could we have gotten to this level of execution if not for so many other people? To our parents, guardians, siblings, and all other caretakers, thank you for believing in us through all of this time. Without your faith, We could not have found the strength to believe in ourselves on our own. Sometimes dealing with perfectionists can be hard, especially can be tough when we can be tough on ourselves towards something we should be proud of. Sometimes that extra support is all we need. You have provided us with resources to constantly improve and gave comfort in disastrous circumstances. The staff in this school, however, could have been considered like second parents. That is just how tremendously they looked out for us students. The staff at MCS provide their full efforts in creating successful students to their highest potential. They may push us at times, but those struggles always worked out and provided benefits. Having a teacher ask you a simple question such as, "Are you okay?" entails the largest sense of safety and worth in ourselves. This way, not only were we taught, but they not only taught us, but cared for us completely in an unmatched way. I could not thank these incredible teachers more. Personally, I can unconditionally express that these teachers had more faith in me than I did in my own self, and nothing can reassemble someone more than the way belief or faith in our capabilities can. So there I say, never stop encouraging others to be their absolute best. This can create phenomenal wonders. With everything considered, it is my honor to have engaged in my early stages towards adulthood with such a kind group of souls. These students are extremely welcoming and look out for each other in a sibling-like manner. A group of best friends, I would say. There is not a single one of us who will not succeed in the future. We are all plenty capable with our varied promising assets. The only thing more for me to address is that I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Whether that means heading straight into further education, taking a gap year, or directly entering the work field. I cannot wait to hear of all your incredible accomplishments. Although this may be what seems like an end, this is only one of many chapters. Particularly, this is just the beginning.
Wise words. Wise words, absolutely. Except for this is the end and not the beginning, but that's okay. It's all good. I want to let us know that we're moving into what we call the presentation of graduates. We're coming to the end of and conclusion of today's ceremony. We will proceed with the presentation of graduates, a symbolic movement from this portion of their life's journey to the next as they leave the ceremony. For those graduates who have a significant other joining them for the exit, I would ask that those significant others can assemble to the right side of the stage here at this time. And grads, I just want to tell you, have fun tonight. Remember this well. And I want to close with what I always close my Friday classes with, which is have fun, but come back to us safe. And that doesn't just mean tomorrow, that means anytime. We really cherish having past grads come back to the school, and we want to make sure that you do so in a safe way. So with that, we're going to call Miss Roach to see you off to the next journey of your life.
Thank you, Mr. Sweatman. Graduates, Jennifer Ames and Sid Boscano. Graduate, Jasmine Arenas. Graduate, Cody Basingwait. Graduate, Kiana Beckett. Graduate, Sukhman Brar. Graduate Charlie Broda. Graduate Charlie Brooks. Graduate Kenneth Cole. Graduate Kai Cornthwaite. Graduate Brody Dobson. Graduate Rhea Dubriel. Graduate Damian Eskowich. Graduate Hayden Fisher. Graduates Samantha Fortune and Carson Miranda. Graduate Travis Frick. Graduate Ty Gable. Graduate Andon Gable. Graduates Aaron Gonzalez and Kaylee Hickey. Graduates Kaden Honeywich and Caitlin Stein. Graduate Ty Huber. Graduate Sumari Jansen Van Vieren. Graduate Trinity Kernaz. Graduate Kaylin Kingwell. Graduates Christina Kloos and Kendall Veer. Graduate Parker Koval. Graduate Kelsey Lang. Graduate Garrett Lutz. Graduate Dustine Mancego. Graduate Noah McKay. Graduate Carl Nicholas. Graduate Jaylee Mosion. Graduate Trinity Nesbitt. Graduate Carter Fithian. Graduate Spencer Fithian. Graduate Tyler Powell. Graduate Ethan Randall. Graduate Ethan Schick. Graduate Michaela Schmaltz. Graduates Avalie Schutz and Spencer Whiteque. Graduate Jace Schutz. Graduate Terilyn Stevens. Graduate Avery Stokel. Graduate Ryan Stokel. Graduate Levi Straker. Graduate Victoria Suwala. Graduate Mark Svriten. Graduate Haley Ann Wallbauer. Graduate Alyssa Walkington. Graduate Haley Ward. Graduate Warren Worms. And there is your 2022 graduating class of Melville Comprehensive School.
Outstanding. That feels good right there. Absolutely. Beautiful day like this to see some graduates walk out to the next chapter of your life. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for attending today. As this is a new venue, we would love to have some welcome feedback. Please be sure to take a program as a memento or dispose of yours if you don't like it on the way out of the door. Remember that there is a graduation parade following the ceremony here. I wish you all safe travels and a joyous evening of celebration. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got them. Nice.
I can almost see it.
Okay.
That dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna
Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones